Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. All right, so this was a very interesting episode. If you've seen the previews and if you watched the episode, we saw what was coming up out of a certain individual. And it was not pretty. And it's going to be a continuation for next week also. So, anyways, Alexia is taking the women on. Oh, wait! Before we start, thank you for coming to my channel. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel and also leave your comments. All right, so Alexia is taking the women to the church to visit Guadalupe, and basically, in America's term, Mary, Mother of Jesus. I do know that a lot of the Spanish and the Latin culture, they mostly dip in the Catholic scene. So all the ladies go. It's a very emotional time. I really loved it. I'm tearing up. Maybe you guys were tearing up also. Julia is hesitant to go to church, but she put on her big panties and decided, I'm going to be there to support the group. When her son died, she's had a lot of questions. The last time she visited a church was at her son's funeral. I guess you could say that she's lost her faith. And she still has unanswered questions. I forgot how many years it's been since she lost her baby boy. But I understand that, how people can lose their faith. And you definitely can't push it back on them. Hopefully that she gets the help and healing that she needs out of the whole situation. But my prayers are for you, Julia. Of course, Nicole has arrived also in town. She had to do a 24-hour shift. Whew. I don't know how I would do in regards to that, but more power to you. So anyways, of course, the ladies go and they pray in front of Guadalupe. Gertie, she's there and she's just releasing herself and just saying she's nervous and she doesn't know how she's going to handle all of this. Alexia and Larsa are around her. Larsa hugs her real tight, and Alexia does too. And at that point, Larsa did apologize to her. Gertie did accept it. And I'm so emotional these days, but if you understood where I come from, I've held in a lot of emotions, so I'm not going to apologize. It's just like, excuse me, as I do tear up a little bit. But I know a lot of people online were kind of like, Gertie, you should have pushed her off of you. F no. But what Gertie did want from Larsa was an apology from the beginning. She got it, and maybe that's enough for Gertie. And maybe just Gertie don't want to fight like that, considering what she's dealing with, and that's just that, So I'll just say that they made steps to make things better, and hopefully it's in the right direction and positive direction for them. So they leave the church. Everyone's dressed in black, so they go get dressed, and so that they can go someplace else. Everyone gets dressed, do what they got to do. Julia's in this kissing mode. She's making out with Kiki, and then she's trying to make out with Marisol. Meanwhile, Lisa's meeting with her lawyer. Her lawyer is saying, take the settlement at this point. Lisa's like, well, I don't know about Lenny because Lenny all the time does something shady at the end where we're supposed to settle, But her lawyer said that she talked to Lenny's lawyer and they said that they're going to sign it. And then she said, okay. Then all of a sudden Lenny calls her. He refused to be recorded and said they have a private conversation, and he added one more stipulation. And that pissed off Lisa. We find out after Lisa gets on the bus that Lenny wants her not to have any man in any house that he's going to be paying for. And then she was like, well, what about your girlfriend? We said, well, I'm paying for everything. It's a way to control. So Lisa goes to the back and she signs this. She ends up signing the settlement. She said, well, it's not done. It's not done. He still got to sign it. He's going to sign it because you have agreed to all of his terms. You can tell that Lisa's in a different mood, and it almost seems like Lisa is not ready to be divorced from this monster. Um, Others tried to change the subject to try to make it lighter for her, even on the bus trip. Larsa was like, "Open your legs." Like, what? Lisa, open your legs. It's something about the vagina. You'll feel more positive. And then Marisol was like, "Let's make out." Just trying to change something because we know what Lisa does every time she comes around. So what's happening now is the ladies are going on a gondola trip. Nothing like the romantic type trip that you probably see if you go to Italy or somewhere, probably in Miami, you could do it. But they're going and all that good stuff. Lisa's looking a mess, per usual. That's been everyone's fave for the last 2 years, but Lord, it looked like when she lost her man, her money, and all that, she's just a mess. Emilio, a call. Oh, let me get to Miss Adriana. Adriana skipped going to church to save her voice and the rest because she's going to perform at Pride. So it's like, oh, so now she's ready to go on this gondola ride. I said, no, lady, you need some church too. That's my mama and grandmama. No, you need to go to church. Get your tail up and go. What was it? So she comes on the gondola ride. Emilio calls and just says how everything's going. She's like, we did dance rehearsal and all that. It's coming along, and I'm going to make you proud because we know it's kind of sketchy right now, but we're going to see what Adriana does. Alexia is cheering her on. She says, I don't like some of the things that Adriana does, but I like her music and I wish her well and all of that. So it's pretty, this show is really underrated at how the women can actually function together. I haven't liked Adriana and how she plays a lot, and she holds on to these grudges. Marisol can hold on to a grudge too, but they end up getting their crap together. A lot of the other housewife shows cannot do that. A lot of reality shows cannot do that. Like, they're doing what's best for the show instead of just being so caught up in their feelings and thinking it's all about them. There are some things that are just like, I don't think so. No, we're not doing that. I can see that and I understand it. But some of this stuff doesn't have to be too deep or isolate you and drag the show down. So also, while they're there, Lisa finally starts talking and she's saying, I really got to get my ish together because, Jody's getting, I don't know who brought it up, but, Larsa said, you better get yourself together because you might lose Jody. I don't know how it got onto Jody, but Lisa starts saying, well, she snaps at him and they're like, what was it? Lisa was snapping at Jody, and Jody was saying, I'm just here to help. And then Larsa said, as others have been saying this season, you're about to lose Jody. And if you lose him, I don't know who is going to stick around to handle all your crap. And she said, sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be honest about certain things. I think how Larsa's attempt is to hurry up and stick and move because she knows not to revel in that. But she had to get that in there. But Lisa didn't take it the right way. She's like, that is so effed up. That is so effed up. I'm just saying it. You're a needy Lisa. Like you're a baby. Well, you are mean and you are a bully. You know how these folks are. But Lisa's saying, you're a mean and you're a bully. I just had to tell you what was really up. Da-da-da-da. So then later on, the ladies start seeing these huts. Kiki says, at least in her confessional, it's reminding her of the huts that she lived in when she was in Haiti. That. Well, some of the ladies are making remarks that are derogatory and coming from a more privileged self. It's kind of like, why are you saying all these things? So Lisa, they're noticing dogs over there. And so, ooh, they look dirty. Like, it was quite a spectacle at how that they were just pointing out and just saying these different things, all because you live on Star Island and you're so privileged in your Miami place. So she's like, oh, they look hungry, Lisa said. And then she ended up throwing food because of, and at this point, Kiki says, that's not nice. You should not be throwing food at these dogs and all that. And she's like, what? They look hungry. I'm just feeding the dogs. This is probably the best dog food they ever had. It's like, you don't know what they're being fed. You don't know what's going on because they don't look like you or look a certain way to you. You don't even feed your dogs. You got nannies and all that to do all that stuff. So then at this point, Lisa stands up because she's upset that Kiki went, how dare you say that stuff? And Kiki's like, back down, back down, back down, because I can get with you just like that. And she just stands there. So then Kiki got up too. And then there's just this F you standoff between the two. And Kiki ends up throwing a juice box. And then here comes the white woman, Karen. You just assaulted me! A juice box that didn't even hit her. I can't believe you did that. And Kiki said, I don't care what you think. When I told you to sit down, I said I was going to get with you, and I got with you. And she didn't even get with her that bad, you know? So, Lisa, yeah, you are showing who you are. And I don't even know why you're showing who you are. Because you are half Jamaican, ma'am. And if you were a few shades darker, you wouldn't be able to act all privileged and crazy as you are right now. Don't let the Hotchestein name get you into trouble. Because you're writing checks that your cell account cannot cash, lady. And if Kiki really wanted to get with you, she could have got with you. So Larsa finally just said, you know what? It's not really nice. You are talking to Kiki that you would not talk to any of the other ladies. And then Lisa, what? Excuse me. Basically speaking about these microaggressions that you're having right now. And people are online wanting to hurry up and put on a cape. Because for whatever reason, these fans don't want to accept when we're talking about microaggressions towards another race that your fave white ladies be doing. And we're not taking it. Everything is not about race. Everything is not about racism. And a lot of us are able to be objective. But for you to put on your capes right away, all I got to just say is F you to every one of you guys that do that crap. So anyways, Alexia says, you know, well, we can tell you to F you too. You know, shut the F up with all of this crap. I am sick of Lisa, but I think we gotten the real Lisa. And she needs therapy. I mean, if you're going to be privileged, I guess. But, lady, your attitude is whack. All I can say is just get it together. That was about it. They were going into another part of the gondola ride where they're seeing some people, well, at least dolls that are hanging. They gave the description of everything, but it was kind of traumatizing to Julia. And I think also production was dramatizing it at the end where these babies are hung up and all this good stuff. So that was a very good episode, but there's going to be continuation because Lisa is not backing down from her craziness. They pray a prayer. It's a little jokingly because all of a sudden Adriana wants to pray, but then the weather starts taking the turn for the worse. Said, no, Adriana, you should be praying. So great episode. Please tell me how you feel about this episode. It was really good. I'll be back with Beverly Hills. I've been really reluctant on it. It's just I've been so busy, but I will get to Beverly Hills. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, also subscribe to my channel and share this video. Until the next one, peace.